As you may recall, at the afternoon sitting of the Senate held on Wednesday, the 20th of February 2025, the Senator for Vihiga County, Senator Godfrey Osotsi, CBS, rose on a point of order pursuant to Standing Order 1051 to require the Senator for Busia County, Senator Okia Omtatah MP, to substantiate statements made in the course of a debate. The utterances by Senator Omtatah MP were made while the Senator was contributing to the motion on the thanks of the Senate on Kenya's attempt for the position of the chairperson of the African Union Commission. In the point of order, Senator Osotsi MP stated as follows: I think it is important for us to be told more about this Jajaweed. My little knowledge about Jajaweed is that it is a terrorist group that operates in the Sahel region of Sudan, Chad, and Yemen. Senator Okia Omtatah, whom I respect a lot, and I know he has a lot of information, has said that they have opened an office in Kenya. I think it is a serious matter that even I, as a representative of the people, would like to know more about that. The Senator further stated that have these people opened an office in Kenya, and what action can we take as the representatives of the people? If indeed they're in Kenya, and I do not want to doubt what Senator Omtatah is saying, because he has always proven whatever he says, he has researched very well, I think I need to know more about that. From a reading of the Hansard, the statements that Senator Omtatah MP was required to substantiate were as follows, and I'll quote: here we are, that today in Nairobi we have the Jajaweed being allowed to open an office. This is a genocidal organ that tried to eliminate black people. It is now on record, it is a matter of public notoriety that the Jajaweed, which has now been given an office in Nairobi to operate from, has a history of trying to eliminate black people. The executive behaves like it is a law unborn itself. That is why the Jajaweed can be given an office in Nairobi at the whims of an individual and claim that the people of Kenya have welcomed the Jajaweed to come and run its genocidal government from Nairobi. It is extremely sad, end of quote. Now, Honorable Senators, Standing Order 1051 states as follows: a senator shall be responsible for the accuracy of any facts that the senator alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such facts instantly. Further, Standing Order 1052 states as follows: if a senator has sufficient reason to convince the Speaker that the senator is unable to substantiate the allegation instantly, the Speaker shall require that such senator substantiates the allegations not later than the next sitting day, failure to which the senator shall be deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of Standing Order 121, unless the senator withdraws the allegations and gives a suitable apology. Honorable Senators, various senators rose to make comments on the point of order raised by Senator Osotsi MP, including Senator Eddie Okech, who further sought the intervention of the Speaker to require Senator Omtatah MP to give evidence that indeed the Jajaweed is based in Kenya or otherwise has an office in Nairobi. To Senator Dr. Boni Khalwale, MP, who gave information in support of Senator Omtatah's argument that the Jajaweed is a terrorist group that operates in the Sahel region of Africa, and 3, Senator Samson Cherargei, MP, who informed the Senate on how the Jajaweed came to be and its metamorphosis to the Rapid Support Forces, RSF. Other senators who made comments to the point of order included Senator John Kingi, MP, Senator John Methu, MP, Senator Okongo Omgeni, CBS Senior Counsel, MP. Honorable Senators, Senator Omtatah's response to the point of order by Senator Osotsi, MP, was to refer the Senate to a URL, https://www.cfr.org/global-conflict-tracker/conflict-power-struggle-Sudan, despite being directed severally by the chair to submit the same as evidence for substantiation with the clerks at the table. His argument was that he had provided a URL as evidence for substantiation to the point of order raised by Senator Osotsi MP. Senator Omtatah subsequently walked out of the chamber, while comments on the point of order by other senators referred to above were being made. However, although he had exited the chamber, the chair required Senator Omtatah to submit evidence to the claim he made regarding the Jajaweed. At the subsequent sitting held on Thursday, the 20th February 2025, the chair, by way of communication from the chair, invited Senator Omtatah MP to submit evidence in support of his claim referred to above. Senator Omtatah MP maintained his argument that the URL he had uttered was sufficient substantiation pursuant to Standing Order 105. That being the case, I undertook to review the material and give a ruling on the matter, as it was not practical to make a determination then. Honorable Senators, from the foregoing, two items stand out for substantiation with respect to the point of order by Senator Geoffrey Osotsi MP. One, who the Jajaweed group is in general, and two, whether the Jajaweed has a base of operation or an office in Kenya. As you may recall, I have on several occasions issued communication from the chair stating that any document or evidence tabled by a senator in the Senate as evidence for substantiation of any allegations made, Understanding Order 105 must pass a certain threshold. The obligation on the Speaker in such matters is to review the document or evidence tabled, determine the admissibility, establish whether the documents, if admissible, provide evidence of the claims made, and to finally make a ruling whether, accordingly, the threshold Understanding Order 105 has been met. In undertaking the foregoing assessment, the following are the parameters that guide the Speaker. One, is the evidence tabled from a source from which, by parliamentary practice, is official and admissible? And two, if the answer to A is in the affirmative, does the evidence relate to and verify the claim that was made and for which substantiation was required? Honorable Senators, you will appreciate that media has evolved over time across different digital platforms in the field of ICT. It is therefore imperative for Parliament and specifically the Senate to adapt to the changing technological times, and where necessary, amend its rules to accommodate digital electronic evidence. Having reviewed the URL uttered by Senator Omtatah MP, I now turn to the parameters of admissibility that I have referred to. As regards the first parameter, which is whether the evidence tabled or submitted was from a source which, by parliamentary practice, is official and admissible. Upon accessing the URL https://www.cfr.org/global-conflict-tracker/conflict-power-struggle-Sudan, it directs you to an article under the heading Civil War in Sudan by the Center for Preventive Action, published on the website of the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, and dated the 3rd of October 2024. Upon review of the URL referred to above, it indicates that CFR is a nonpartisan, independent national membership organization, think tank, educator, and publisher, including of foreign affairs. It generates policy-relevant ideas and analysis, convenes experts and policymakers, and promotes informed public discussion, all to have impact on the most consequential issues facing the United States and the world. The website appears to be the official website for CFR. There is no evidence to suggest that the contrary, that this document is accordingly admissible. Honorable Senators, the second parameter, which is, does the evidence relate to and verify the claim that was made and for which substantiation was required? The URL provided by Senator Omtatah MP sought to substantiate on who the Jajaweed group is and whether the Jajaweed has an office in Kenya. In the first instance, the information on the URL illustrates the conflict in Sudan and the players involved. It also highlights the various efforts at mediation and conflict resolution by players such as the United Nations, UN, and the Intergovernmental Authority and Development, IGAD. The article makes reference to atrocities committed by Jajaweed militia in Darfur and other parts of Sudan. It also makes further reference that RSF was created or has its roots from the Jajaweed militia. To this extent, the information satisfies the point of order by Senator Godfrey Osotsi on the need to know more about the Jajaweed. Honorable Senators, as regards the second part of Senator Osotsi's point of order, the article on the URL does not give any indication that the outfit has a base in Nairobi or has an office in Kenya as alleged by Senator Omtatah. Senator Omtatah needed to substantiate his claim by either giving a physical or postal address where Jajaweed has established an office in Nairobi. This has either been done by the Senator, nor has it been indicated in the article submitted for substantiation. Accordingly, I find and rule that the claim by Senator Omtatah that the Jajaweed has an office in Nairobi has not been substantiated. In accordance with my findings and the failure to meet the threshold of substantiation pursuant to Standing Order 1052, I direct that the Senator to withdraw the remarks he made on Wednesday, the 19th of February 2025, and apologize. Honorable Senators, related to the process of substantiation required of Senator Omtatah MP on this matter, having reviewed the Hansard of the proceedings of Wednesday, 19th of February 2025, afternoon sitting, the Senator made the following utterances. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, it is shameful that you can stand there and read a sanitized version of events. Very many senators contributed to that motion, and unless you give a correct record of what happened, I am not going to be invited into that murky bubble in which you want this House to exist. I will not. The Senator went further to state the following. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I think we should conduct proceedings in this House in mother tongue. Now, Honorable Senators, I find these statements to be extremely disrespectful and condescending on the Chair and to the House. Consequently, I direct the Senator to proceed and apologize to the House, as this is a serious affront on the orderly conduct of proceedings and a risk to the dignity of the House. All senators, without exception, must conduct themselves with respect and decorum. I now invite Senator Omtatah to withdraw the remarks on the allegations made in the course of debate and apologize to the House on the disrespectful remarks. I caution, as provided for in Standing Order 1052, that failure to withdraw and apologize will be deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of Standing Order 121. Honorable Omtatah, the floor is yours.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you for the opportunity to address this House. The last time we were in this House, if the record of the Hansard will serve us right, I was told to bring the URLs I was referring to. It was not one. In your review, you have reviewed one URL, which was the second URL I had given. The first one was on Wikipedia, upon which Senator Khalwale commented. I still don't understand why you cannot give a full version of what transpired in this House. I don't understand why. I had a total of 12 URLs. I kept on being interrupted when I was substantiating. I thought when somebody is asked to substantiate, he's called upon to perform a solemn duty, which the House must listen to in silence, and accord the person challenged to substantiate the chance to substantiate. You cannot challenge me to substantiate, gag me and block me from substantiating, and then demand that I apologize for having failed to substantiate. I find that difficult to carry in my conscience. And so, Mr. Speaker, sir, I reiterate my position that the Jajaweed is in Nairobi. The RSF is a matter of public notoriety that the RSF...
Senator Omtatah, I'm trying to really accommodate you.
Approach the chair.
You need not. Ruling has been made by the chair. You have one option, either to withdraw or apologize, or you sit and wait further orders from the chair. Those are the only two options available, where we are now.
Well, this is my first time in this house. If that's how this house operates, then for the sake of the people I represent in this house, and the need for their representation to be in this house, and not for my own sake, I will say that my conscience is not allowing me to say what I'm going to say. I'm going through this outside my body. I will take responsibility for the challenges this house has had engaging with me, and Mr. Speaker, sir, I will say that because I was denied the chance to table the 10 URLs which I was relying on, a copy of which I mailed to the Hansard office when they sent me a draft of what had been said here, I mailed an entire list of the 12 URLs to the Senate office. I gave a copy.
Senator Omtatah.
I will proceed. My Lord, if you don't want me to contextualize what I'm going to say, when I say I will withdraw and apologize, and if that pleases the conscience of this House, so be it. But it's a sad day for this country.
Next order.